Hi guys, it's me, Rachel. I just thought since a lot of you have been commenting on my photos about how you love my makeup and things like that, I thought that I'd show you how I do it. So instead of showing you my look for 8th grade, I'm going to show you a 6th and 7th grade look, because in 6th and 7th grade, you're not trying to like put an image out there, and you shouldn't be wearing like dark black makeup under your eyes, because I don't like that personally unless I'm going out somewhere special. So let's get started. Alright, first you're going to always want to start with a foundation. If you have very fair skin, then you're going to want a lighter foundation. You're going to want a foundation tone that's a little bit brighter than your own. So this is the one that I use, and this is Merle Norman. It's the liquid eye makeup. Let's see if you can see that there. Liquid makeup. And it's got SPF 16, so in the summer, girls, if you need to put makeup on but you don't want to put sunscreen on your face, this is great to use. So I just apply a little bit onto my applicator. And these little sponge things, they're really good because you can always move the liquid makeup foundation over with your hands, but just for a coat, so you don't use your hands and get them all dirty if you don't have to. So I'm just going to apply this on the cheekbones, right along the line of your chin, a little bit on the nose, because your nose actually gets really oily, so if this is going to dry it out, then you don't want to use it there because your skin will naturally produce more oil, so you won't want it there. A little bit on the forehead, and just rub that in. There, good as new. Now, next, I always say do the eyes, but in this case, if you're going to add any sparkles to the eyes, or any eyeshadow, that's a very light color for 6th and 7th grade. You don't want to add a bigger color than this. It's a light plum color. I'll add this right to my eyes, and it's really cute, and you don't need it all over the eye. You just need a little bit in the corner, maybe to brighten up your eye a little bit. So here it is. Right in the corner. Do the other eye. Just very lightly. Brush out. Alright. Next, you're going to want to take, I say always do the mascara last, and the mascara I have is the Lash Blast Luxe from CoverGirl, and I love their product because it actually, there's a brush, the brush, like, here you can see, the brush actually makes your lashes bigger because the brush is big, it's not little. See how big that brush is? Yeah. Most brushes are the size of this pen, and that's not very big. But I'm going to save that for last because I don't want to put it on and then have any blush or other like powder foundation that I'm going to put on to mess up. So next, I've got a very sheer color powder foundation because I don't always use the liquid makeup. So if you don't like using this, then this is a great thing to use. It's e.l.f. Cosmetics, and I love it. So you're usually going to take a bigger brush, but your blush brush is fine if you don't have a bigger brush. So just go up to the cheeks, kind of set that base tone for when you put your blush on. And you don't really want much more than this for 6th and 7th grade because you really don't need it unless you're trying to impress anybody. And you don't want to look too trashy. Like, you don't want to look like you just came out of, like, a wedding or whatever, because that's a different story. So, next, I take my e.l.f. Cosmetic. It's the Shy color. And all these products are $1 at elf.com cosmetics. And you take a little bit of the blush and try to smile because you always want to move up on the apples of your cheeks. So like this. Always out and up. Never down, because the natural hair on your skin, your face, will move down and it will mess you up. It doesn't look very attractive. Alright, so my blush is good, and now moving on to my brows. Now, if you don't usually put anything on your brows, then you don't have to, but I like to. I take a small brush, also e.l.f. Cosmetics, and I dip it into one of the lighter colors because I have brown hair, so I'm not going to want to give it even darker. I'm going to want this bronzy shade here, and maybe I'll even mix it, oops, sorry, and this bronze shade right here. I want this color right here. So take a little bit and just kind of apply it right on the crease of right there, right above my eyebrow. And if you want more definition for your eyebrows, this is one great way to do it. Alright, next, oh, and I have a few nail polish suggestions for girls. If you're in 6th or 7th grade, this is a solar nail polish. It turns to this color in the sun, that pretty pink. So if you're in the summertime, don't want anything too bold, but you like it occasionally, then instead of having to paint your nails a different color every time you want a different color, you just wear this. It's the Del Sol nail polish, and it's called Boy Magnet. So if you're like a little tomboy or whatever. And then these two are my all-time favorite. This is a peachy color from NYC Company, and this is an Express Vintage kind of blue. Here's a little tip for anybody who has an issue with like nail polish clumping or whatever if it's old. Instead of having to buy new nail polish all the time, all you do is take a little bit of your nail polish remover, open one of these up, add just a little bit in each time you need it, shake it up, and you're good to go. Because chemicals in nail polish remover actually help break down the chemicals in here because they're the same kind of compact chemical. And alright, so next I'm going to probably do my mascara. And if you like sparkles, I know I do, you can use these. They're little pieces of sparkles, and you just probably applicate it with the special eyeliner applicator. And for going out, you take a little bit of eyeliner or an eye pencil. This is Merle Norman. Ooh, I'm actually running out here. And just go right under your eye. Not much. Not much is needed, especially if you're 6th grade and 7th. You shouldn't have any eyeliner on, because I mean that's my opinion. But if you want to put eyeliner on, that's fine too. You take it on the other eye. Go right under. If you do have eyeliner, make sure it's not like cloppy on the bottom, or don't ever put it on the top when you're that young, because yes, you might have heard that it makes your eye bolder, but it really doesn't. It just makes your eye look black. And then you take it, go back under like that, and there you go. You can already tell the small definition of my eyes, but you're not really needing that much. Alright, next is, like I told you, my favorite, the Lash Blast Luxe CoverGirl. And basically you're just going to want to go in and out a couple of times, and make sure you hear the sound like that. And then you're going to go up, like that. Trust me, it's a lot easier to do in a mirror. And then the other side. Now, if you're big on adding lashes, but you're having trouble keeping that like big lash going on, what you want to do is wait till that dries and then add the second coat. Because if you dry it first, you're only taking off what you just put on. And instead of adding black on the bottoms for school and things, you just put a little mascara on there. Kind of like move it back and forth. Like that. A little bit more up top. And there you go. And now for the finishing touches. I usually like the glossy kind, but if you like sparkly lip gloss, that's fine. This is also an e.l.f. cosmetic product. It's the Hyper Shine lip gloss. It's very, very clear, and I think it's candy. Oh no, Flint, sorry. And this is pretty. You just kind of crank it up and apply. And when you do this, first you want to dab, because if you just smear, then you get uneven lip gloss everywhere. So dab, dab, crank it up a little bit more if you need to. And put your lips together. And there you go. This is my school to look from last year and the year before. There you go. So, thank you for watching.